everyone, welcome to this update video. I really hope that you're doing fantastic, and we're going to be talking about what's happening across the Caribbean, and especially as it relates to the rainfall activity and the winds. It's been very windy. Those gale force winds have been pretty persistent across the region, so we'll be delving into that, and also the next cool down. So models are in agreement about this, and if you have been longing for those cooler temperatures, well, that's great news for you, so stay tuned. And we'll also be briefly talking about what is happening over in the Southwest Indian Ocean. So let's get straight into it now. We're looking at the satellite imagery of the North Atlantic, and here you can see that front and all that activity making its way into parts of the U.S., so across parts of Texas and even other states. The Florida Panhandle going further up north, there's likely some heavy rainfall at times, and even some thunderstorms as well. Further up north, the Great Lakes region right there, likely some snow this morning. So that's been the story. And for the Caribbean, we can see all of these cloud patches moving by, and with that, some showers. So across parts of the Lesser Antilles, Montserrat, near Antigua, and even in other areas such as Barbados, headed towards St. Lucia and St. Vincent, there's likely been some showers moving through this morning. And even for the ABC Islands as well, especially in Bonaire and parts of Curacao. So there's been some showers moving by. And also in Jamaica yesterday, the northern parishes were pretty much drenched with rainfall. I can say for a fact that for parts of St. James, that was the story yesterday. There's been heavy and intermittent showers at times. And that did us a favor because it's been so dry. There hasn't been much rainfall for a while now. So this certainly did us a favor, and especially those individuals who do farming. But for the most part, weather conditions are definitely going to be improving as it relates to the rainfall aspect. But some additional showers are definitely likely as we head through today, especially for some of the northeastern parishes. But overall, let's go on to that rainfall forecast map. Here it is from Euro. This goes out into early tomorrow morning. So when the map becomes more colorful, that is indicative of more rainfall activity. So we can see that over in parts of the Gulf and even extended into sections of Mexico, it is more colorful there. Some of those red, orange, and even those yellow shadings as well. Also near Cuba and Grand Cayman. So those areas may experience some periods of substantial rainfall today. It's possible for sure. Even for some portions of Jamaica, as I mentioned, we can see those yellow shadings and some spots in Hispaniola, maybe even near the Turks and Caicos Islands in southern Bahamian Islands. Looking towards the Virgin Islands, Puerto Rico, a whole lot of rain not expected today, but there could be those passing showers. A similar story across the much of the Lesser Antilles through to Trinidad and Tobago, as we can see. And as I mentioned earlier, there's been some showers moving through the ABC Islands. Looking towards northern South America, rainfall activity is not likely to be very widespread across these territories today, but there could be some periods of heavy rain across parts of French Guiana and even over in Colombia near the Pacific coast. And as we head towards parts of northern Panama, going towards Costa Rica as well, even some spots in eastern Nicaragua and Honduras, there may be some showers. Similar story for Belize. As it relates to the winds, as I said, it's been very windy. Winds well over 20 miles per hour across many islands of the Caribbean, the Lesser Antilles, Jamaica, the Cayman Islands, even headed towards the Caribbean coast of Central America, including the offshore islands such as San Andres, Providencia, the Keys, offshore of Belize as well. So that has been the story, and some of the wind gusts are even stronger than that, up to tropical storm force wind gusts, and that is expected to continue throughout today. And especially looking just offshore Colombia, we can see that very dark blue shading. So those could be sustained winds up to 40 miles per hour, and gusts could be up to 60 miles per hour as we head through today. So it's going to be very windy across the region, even up into the vicinity of parts of the Gulf, the Bahamas, and the Turks and Caicos Islands as well. That's going to be the story, guys. And with that, those seas have been kicking up for sure. So very rough seas out there, very unsettled kind of weather. Now, as we head towards the GFS model with this temperature anomaly map, the blue shadings indicate below average temperatures, and especially as we head towards those darker blue shadings, those purples, temperatures a lot colder than normal. Meanwhile, the warmer colors, those yellows, oranges, reds, that is indicating above average temperatures. The whites mean that temperatures are pretty much normal or expected to be pretty much normal within the area. This is as we head out into Monday evening of next week. So here we can see this massive cooler air making its way into the Gulf of Mexico. We can see these cooler colors for Florida, the Bahamas, Cuba, near the Cayman Islands, and over in parts of Central America. But take a look at this as we head into throughout the week, going towards Friday, the 2nd of February. So this massive cool air is likely to be loitering around for a couple of days. Well, we see other areas such as Jamaica, the Turks and Caicos Islands as well being included within that, potentially some spots in Hispaniola. Then looking at the Euro model, as I said, models are in agreement. This is as we head into Monday evening. Again, we're seeing that massive cool air making its way down, and it advencts further into the Caribbean as we head towards Wednesday the 31st, the final day of the month. And Euro is showing it's a bit more widespread than the GFS model. So parts of Central America, Mexico, Belize, Guatemala, maybe even Honduras and Nicaragua, as well as the offshore islands, may experience that cool down. Jamaica, the Cayman Islands, Cuba, the Bahamas, Florida, the Turks and Caicos Islands, Hispaniola, even towards the Virgin Islands and Puerto Rico as well. And maybe later in the week, the northern Leeward Islands may also experience those cooler than normal temperatures. So this is some good news for me because I'm a lover of the cooler weather. And if you are a lover of the cooler weather as well, great news for you. So that's been what's happening, guys. And now we want to go ahead and jog over to the other side of the world very briefly. Now, finally, we're taking a jog over in the Indian Ocean, and we're looking at the infrared satellite there. That's the island of Reunion as well as Mauritius. And we can see all of that convection within the area, all these colorful shadings there. And the more we head towards those reds and those grays with those purples, that is indicating those higher clouds. And with that, they sometimes contain the most rainfall activity. But much of that is offshore of the islands right now, as we can see. Now, there is an area of low pressure around, but it's pretty much naked because of the wind shear. So wind shear has been preventing intensification of the system, contrary to what models were expecting last week. So now we're seeing that it is a struggling system, which is some really good news because it's been over a week since Bilal moved through, and it induced a lot of widespread flooding and even those mudslides as well. So it is good that the system here is not on its way to develop very quickly. However, there could still be some periods of substantial rainfall. This is through Thursday, as we can see some of these burgundy, purple, and pink shadings popping up, especially for Reunion over there, we can see. So as all this moisture is in the area, there is going to be that potential of some periods of heavy rainfall, which may trigger flooding. But hopefully that's not going to be the case. However, I'll be keeping my eyes on what is happening, and I'll be keeping you posted as per usual. So that is it for right now, and I really hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it to be quite informative. However, if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. I'll respond when I get the chance to do so, and remember to always be weatherwise.